Okay, this is day 322, video 2. I was ranting and raving on video 1. So I decided I wasn't going to put that one nowhere. But then, so I decided to make another video. And let me see. Okay, now my points were, when I started my diet last year, I started on the 8th, I think. And I only weigh myself once a month because I didn't want to get discouraged. And I weigh myself on the 8th of every month. It's because I think that's when I started my diet, or that's when I burnt my hand. I'm not quite for sure which it was, but I will look on my phone. And my points were, I bought a digital scale. I use measuring cups and a measuring spoon. And I use parquet margarine, the kind that's in the bottle with 0 calories in it. I put that on all my food. And I count my calories. And my calorie count is I never go over 1,300. Very seldom do I go over 1,300. And whatever I do, if I have extra calories from the previous day, I start new the whole day, the next day. I never take the calories I have from one day and add it to the next day. I figure that's bullshit myself, and I had bullshitted myself for 20 years. That's how I gained all that weight back. So I start new every day. And I always write down what I eat. And I take a picture of my dinner. Sometimes I take a picture of my snack, but most of the time I take a picture of my dinner. And basically I just eat something in the morning and at dinner time. You can divide the meals up, the calories up if you want to. I just don't do that because I work and I can't sit around eating at my job. So it's just easier for me to eat before I go to work and then eat when I come home. And I drink a lot of water. I drink tons of water. I drink more than a 6-pack of water a day. But getting back to what I was saying on the first video, before I got to ranting and raving about things, the last 10 pounds of weight is really, really hard to lose, the last little bit. And I've done really, really good because of the coronavirus, oddly enough. It's been, I think it's going on the 2nd month that I've been at home from work. Like I said, I feel like I work for what is that? A Fortune 500 company. They told us to stay at home and they pay us. I've never gotten paid for sitting on my ass and staying at home. So I am grateful. You cannot say no wrong about my job. I work at Few House Uniforms. Can't say nothing wrong about my job. Shoot, I stayed at home and got paid for it. Anywho, the last little bit is really, really hard to get off. But since the coronavirus, I've been exercising more. Either I was going to watch the news, because I watch the news and it's getting me so upset. I think it's going fine. They get talking about how many people are dying and all the restrictions, and I just get myself so upset, and I said either I'm going to eat myself to death or I can do something different. So I started exercising more. Exercising, I mean walking more. So I always walk twice a day when I started my diet, because I've been walking forever. I always walk once a day on my treadmill. But I always like to walk. I want to walk at least 30 minutes a day. I can never get up to 30 minutes a day. I'm trying to walk in the morning time so I go to work, because would always run out of time. So what I decided to do was I would divide the time up. I said, well, I can walk 20 minutes before I go to work and 20 minutes when I get off work. So I started doing that when I first started doing my diet. And then I love to walk in the park or outside. And my husband, Benny, and my son, Justin, told me not to go walking by myself because it's not safe. And when Mama was here, she'd tell me not to never go walking by myself. because you don't know who's following you, who's watching you, and it's just not generally safe. So the Lord touched me, and Mama put it in my head just to walk outside in your backyard. And I've been staying in my house this year. It'll be 27 years. I've never, ever, ever thought about walking in the back of my house. And Lord, Mama just touched me. So I said, well, that is just a brilliant idea. That way to get me out the house, I can get outside, get me some sun, and feel like I'm doing something. So, and I use a timer too. So what I do is I get out, I get my timer, and it doesn't matter what distance you go. I just set my timer, and it just, and I don't count the laps, and then I just put it how many minutes I want to walk, and that's how many minutes I walk. But getting back to the coronavirus, I started, since I've been off, and my nerves have been so bad, I walk an hour outside most days. And then I walk 20 minutes on my treadmill, or I might walk another 20 minutes outside. So I walk a lot outside now. And the weather's nice. If the weather's nice, I can do it at night. I go downstairs on my treadmill. And that's how the extra little weight came off due to the coronas.
Without from the Florida Department of Health.
That's how extra little weight came off. And I didn't want to, just because I would be so upset and nerved up. It just nerved me up. And then, when I do my fingernails, I come to the conclusion, I always pay my fingernails. And I said, well, if I walk, I knock two things at the same time. So I got my nails done. My nails are dry, and I get my exercise done at the same time. So that was just like a win-win-win. Win-win-win deal. So I set my timer. I've been having a kitchen timer. This is all the stuff I had at the house. Ain't nothing I had to go buy. Ain't nothing that I had to go out and just spend a lot of money on, except my digital scale, which is only $20. My digital food scale. And I need to get a scale. I use Mama's scale. That's it. Everything else I had in the house. Because I have measuring cups and measuring spoons to cook. And I set my timer, and I come out and walk. And then, so that's how that extra little bit of weight that I was trying to get off would get off because of that. And I realized I really enjoy walking outside. I feel like I'm doing something, even though it is the back of my house. But I just feel like I'm doing something. I get out, and then, if you don't want to get dressed, you don't have to get dressed. Then you go as is, you go as is. Ain't nobody gonna judge you, ain't nobody seeing you. If you can't even have a backyard, you just walk around in front of your yard, walk around up and down, you step up and down the front of your yard, and just put a timer on. That way, it's safe. If you have kids, they come up there with you in the backyard. You can run around and just watch kids. It's safe. Or if you're in the front of your house with kids, walk them back and forth. They can walk back and forth, look at you, whatever. Very family business. And don't take no money, and it's not, you're safe. And that's one thing to do. I want to be safe.
And throughout South Florida from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m.
If you hear noise, that's my radio. I like listening to music when I'm walking, and that's I live in Wichita, Kansas, and I like listening to Hot 105 in Florida on their mix because it makes me feel good. I like their mix. And let me see what else. Let me see. What else I need to say on this video? Oh, let me make sure I get a virtual reality of myself. Here we go, right here. There you go. I have to have Vinny take me some pictures. But see, and another thing is I had made videos of myself when I first started my diet. And I changed my memory chip. And I got so upset because I couldn't find my videos. And I was just so upset. I thought I had lost them because it's, if you see a picture of yourself, it's one thing. But I had been videoing myself off and on, off and on, off and on. And I wanted to make sure I kept up with it. Yeah, I change my hair all the time. Ain't no telling I might have on purple hair one day, but it's still me. I do change my hair. That's the beauty of weaves and wigs. You can change it. And that's the beauty of a lot of things. I can tell my son and his girlfriend, you know, like you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you'll change. I need to trademark that. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you will change. Because my mom couldn't tell me nothing. I had to change on my own. Well, like I said, last year I just having such a hard time. Because next month, this Saturday, I think it'd be May the 1st. Or sometime around, because this is the 28th of April, 2020. So May the 1st is coming fast. But like last year, it was my first year on Mother's Day without having Mama. Then the next week was my birthday. That was the first year without having my mama. Then the week after that was Memorial Day.
This moment of gratitude
then
is
the
brought to you by
following
Rocket
week
Mortgage
was her
and the
birthday.
Rock family of companies.
That was
We
the
really
first
want to thank
year
my wife's cousin
without
Marie,
Mama.
who works so hard as a nurse.
Oh, and that
saving
just
others.
hurt.
Those who leave
Oh,
their
I was
homes to keep us safe
just
and
full
ours.
of grief.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Full of grief
We're
and
sending all our
pain.
love, gratitude,
And I
hope
called
your way.
myself
If you'd
brown
like to
some
thank
chicken
America's frontline and
and
essential
rice
workers,
and making
everyone
gravy.
knows
And
that
I'm not a
you're
good
on.
gravy maker. So I called myself getting a blender to blend the gravy. And then it was hot. And I stuck it in that blender and the blender bust at the bottom. And now that gravy got on my hand right here. And it was all pink and red. And it just blistered up and bubbled up. And it hurt. My skin was all raw right there. And I didn't go to the doctor. I can hear Mama now. Pooh, go see about yourself. I didn't go. So I asked my son to look on YouTube to see how my hand's supposed to look. Well, my hand looked like it's supposed to look on YouTube. But then the man said go to the doctor. I didn't go. Then I showed my son and his girlfriend, Justin and Brittany, my hand. Then they got to whispering. You know, when people get to whispering and looking at you, they never said nothing good. I just knew my hand was going to fall off. So we went to the emergency room. I said, well, come on, we'll go to the emergency room. I get to the emergency room. And they weigh you and check your blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. Everything was fine, my blood pressure, everything. Then he told me my weight in kilograms, or kilometers or something. And it was 92. And I said, well, what is that in weight, in pounds? I don't know nothing about we don't weigh nothing by kilograms, we weigh by pounds. That woman said it was 208 pounds. I about fell out. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, help me. I done gained all this weight back. I was 12 pounds shy from what I had the heaviest I was. So I asked the Lord to help me. And so that night, I asked the Lord to help me because I had prayed about it 2 or 3 years ago. And I asked him if he helped me, I would give him the honor and the glory. That's Jesus. And that's what I've been doing.
Continuing to flow and
So
work together
when I came home,
our good because we trust you and we love you.
you know, it was
In
late.
the name of Jesus, we pray.
And I said, well, let me start.
Amen.
So I started my day that night or the next day. And I was trying to find my calorie counting book. And because I used to have one years ago. It tells you how many calories is in a banana. You know, one of those books. I couldn't find it. So I got a little discouraged. I said, well, wait a minute. Let me ask Google. Ask Google popped up. I said, okay, here we go. Then I would ask about chicken, because I eat a lot of chicken anyway. But it would just say, you know, chicken breast is so many calories. But I said, I need an exact amount of how many calories I'm eating. So I bought a digital scale so I could weigh my food. Best thing I ever bought, besides my fake nails. And that way I know exactly how much weight meat was and how many calories it is. So I bought the digital scale and I started weighing my food and writing down what I eat on my phone. Because where I go, my phone goes. You know, I don't go nowhere without my phone. And that's good because I can always have a visual record of what I'm eating. I don't have to look at it and everything. Everything is with me. And I have everything on I take a picture of my dinners. And I write it down. And I know how to, and I wrote it down how I cooked it. It's the same thing. I'm gonna have to keep writing the same things down. So I can keep up with it. And that was a good idea. But I bought a digital scale. I use, and I measure all my food. So I use measuring cups and tablespoons. And I eat parquet, the liquid kind. But, see, you can buy either parquet or I can't believe it's not butter. The liquid kind because it doesn't have calories in it. And I use fat-free Italian salad dressing because it's only 15 calories and 2 tablespoons. And then, let me change this. Alright. 1 second. I'm changing the radio. Okay. I use, and then I use that spray too. Ham, if I'm cooking, so stuff won't stick. I use that. But I use parquet, 0 calories, just in a pump spray. Oh, I can't believe it's not butter. That's higher though. I measure my food with measuring cups, and if I have olives or something like that, I count them out. And then I use the tablespoons to measure my salad dressing, and I record everything I eat. And I drink Ensure in the morning because it just give me. Mama would have that, and she wouldn't drink it, but I figure it's like a protein shake. So that way, in the morning time when before I go to work, so I won't be hungry during the day, I drink that. You can divide your calories. I have 1,300 calories. That's what I stuck with, 1,300 calories a day. I don't go over. I don't, very seldom do I do go over. And if I have extra calories, I don't add the extra. If I have, like, if I used one day, like 1,286 calories, I don't add 14 calories to my next day's calorie count. I bullshitted myself for 20 years. Don't do that. I just start over and fresh. I know, I think the Bishop Patterson said one time, each day is a new day. You start over to do better. And that's what I base that on. And Mom always said that too. I always try to do better. So that's why I got that from. Let me see what else. Then I think in a little bit, because I almost got all the weight off, I have to focus on how to maintain it. So that's my next step. But I will cross that bridge when I come to that bridge. I learn to do things one at a time. I don't pressure myself trying to figure out a whole bunch of stuff at one time. One thing at a time. Once at a time. Okay, that's all I got to say for right now. If I think of anything else, I'll put another video.